By 2042, there will be no single majority demographic.
People of color will comprise more than 50% of the U.S. population.
By 2050, 1 in 4 people living in the U.S. will be Hispanic.
Disabilities affect 1/5 of all Americans.
There are an estimated 9 million lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered persons in the U.S.
Women earn the majority of doctoral degrees awarded in the United States.
There are 12 classical world religions currently being practiced in America.
There are currently 4 generations.
4 generations.
4 generations in the VA's workplace.
With over 310,000 employees, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs is the second largest of the 15 cabinet departments, all working to fulfill President Abraham Lincoln's promise to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan.
The VA ranks first among non-defense agencies
in the hiring of disabled veterans.
VA has the largest, most technologically advanced integrated healthcare system in the United States, with 152 medical centers, 971 ambulatory and community-based outpatient clinics, 133 nursing homes, 282 veteran centers, and 140 home-based primary care programs. We have 58 regional benefits offices, 131 national cemeteries, and 80 state cemeteries throughout the United States and its territories. With military personnel withdrawing from Iraq and Afghanistan and separating from the U.S. Armed Forces, the projected number of U.S. veterans currently stands at 23 million. Over 8.25 million are currently enrolled in VA's healthcare system. Over 500,000 take advantage of the education benefits of VA, and nearly 1.5 million participate in VA's home loan program. As a major healthcare and benefits provider, VA must maintain a workforce that is reflective of the community of veterans and families that we serve, a diverse workforce, and must ensure that our employees are treated with fairness and dignity.
68% of VA employees
believe their supervisor supports their needs
to balance work and other life issues.
An inclusive work environment so that all employees can contribute to the maximum extent possible to the mission of the department and to the success of the organization.
Our nation's commitment to our veterans, to you and your families, is a sacred trust. And to me and my administration, upholding that trust is a moral obligation. It's not just politics. That's why I've charged Secretary Shinseki with building a 21st century VA. And that includes one of the largest percentage increases to the VA budget in the past 30 years. We are going to cut this deficit that we've got, and I've proposed a freeze on discretionary domestic spending. But what I have not frozen is the spending we need to keep our military strong, our country safe, and our veterans secure. So we're going to keep on making historic commitments to our veterans.
We are in the process of building that 21st century VA around these 3 guiding principles, one of which is being people-centric. Veterans and their families are the centerpiece of our mission and of everything we do.
First, I want to say thank you to the veterans. It is almost impossible to talk to anyone who has served our country the way our veterans have done and not feel an intimate sense of gratitude, and not just for what they have done and put themselves through, but their families, the sacrifices their families have made. We at Veterans Affairs take that appreciation very seriously, and the only way we know to give back is to give you, the veteran, the best possible service we can give.
Equally essential are the people who are the backbone of the department, our talented and diverse workforce.
We have a workforce that is sensitive to the diverse needs of our veterans. We do that by making sure that we have people that look like the veterans, that look like American society, so that they can relate to the needs and the challenges that they too have faced. We pledge to you in the Office of Diversity and Inclusion that we will do everything possible to meet your needs, to make sure that your protections are upheld, and to make sure that your voice is heard. That is all part of the diversity and inclusion challenge that we take up.
The mission of VA's Office of Diversity and Inclusion, ODI, is to foster a diverse workforce and an inclusive work environment that ensures equal opportunity through national policy development, workforce analysis, outreach, retention, and education to best serve our nation's veterans. Our vision is that VA is a leader in creating and sustaining a high-performing workforce by leveraging diversity and empowering all employees to achieve superior results in service to our veterans.
57% of VA employees believe that managers, supervisors, team leaders work well with employees of different backgrounds.
56% of employees believe
VA policies and programs promote diversity in the workplace.
61% of VA employees believe that prohibited personnel practices are not tolerated.
We define diversity in its broadest context to include all that makes us unique: race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, age, disability, culture, educational background, socioeconomic status, intellectual perspective, organizational level, and so much more. Only then will we be able to realize the full performance potential and competitive advantages of a diverse workforce.
74% of VA employees believe
their supervisor team leader treats them with respect.
58% of VA employees believe their talents are used well in the workplace.
This is more than a legal or moral imperative. It is the business case for diversity that ODI champions.
50% of VA employees are satisfied with their involvement in decisions that affect their work.
We are proud to lead the effort in VA, and we are ready to support you in transforming VA.
All of us in VA understand the importance of diversity and inclusion and why it's important to that nurse who is serving veterans, or that claims examiner who is processing a claim for a veteran, and finally to that cemetery administrator who has the emotions of a family who is grieving in his or her hands. We want to make sure they all understand that diversity and inclusion is central to how well they do their job.
As a public service agency, diversity and inclusion must be the cornerstones of our human capital management strategy.
Working
collaboratively
with you,
the highly dedicated employees, managers, and stakeholders of VA,
we will seize the challenges and opportunities
to sustain and create a diverse and inclusive workforce
that best serves our nation's most precious assets.
our veterans.
our veterans.
Our veterans.
Join us in this important journey.